What are called pluggers in Australia?
Jandals in New Zealand.
And slops in South Africa.
Find out next on Sarah's Wiki Corner podcast.
It is 4:16, time for Sarah's Wiki Corner. So, hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Hello. What are we learning about today on your Wiki Corner?
Well, today is apparently National Flip-Flop Day.
You say that with skepticism.
Yeah. Well,
You
I
don't think
saw
it
you were
is?
wearing yours today, so I was wondering why, but now I know. It's because it's
time to-
National Flip-Flop Day.
Time to show off my beautiful feet.
Yes.
For the world.
Do you have flip-flops? Do you wear flip-flops?
Yes, of course I have
okay.
flip-flops.
Okay. I didn't know.
Flippity flops.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So, believe it or not, this style of footwear has been worn by people of many cultures throughout the world, originating as early as the ancient Egyptians in 1500 BC.
Nice.
Yes.
Going back. Well, they're very simple. You can understand them maybe
Absolutely.
early shoes.
Totally.
Yeah.
Images of them appear in ancient Egyptian murals from 4000 BC. These early versions of flip-flops were made from a wide variety of materials. Ancient Egyptian sandals were made from papyrus and palm leaves.
Oh.
The Maasai people of Africa made them out of rawhide. In India, they were made from wood. In China and Japan, rice straw was used, while the natives of Mexico used the yucca plant. Yeah.
Well. The wood ones? Who was that? The Chinese that made wood
no,
ones?
No. In India, they
were
were made from wood. Not super comfortable, probably.
No, it
I
doesn't
feel like you
sound
get
like
some
it.
splinters in there.
Yeah,
but,
right.
the ancient Greeks and Romans wore versions of flip-flops as well. In Greek sandals, the toe strap was worn between the first and second toes, while Roman sandals had the strap between the second and third toes. Which would be weird, right?
Because it does seem it's almost like your hand, where the thumb is uniquely different.
Right.
On your feet, the big toe is the different one. So why wouldn't you just put it right between?
The Mesopotamians went even farther. They had the strap between the third and fourth toes.
What?
I feel like it wouldn't. It doesn't feel like it would be as sturdy between those toes.
No, because your toes get weaker when you get closer to the edge. They're
Yeah.
tiny. They get smaller and
Right.
puny.
Right. Yeah.
You need that big anchor, the big toe.
What do the Mesopotamians know? Not much.
about
Not much when it comes to footwear.
Just
apparently.
footwear. I mean, they made other things. They're okay, but footwear, not great.
So the modern flip-flop became popular in the United States as soldiers returning from World War II brought Japanese Zori sandals home with them. It caught on in the 1950s during the post-war boom and after the end of hostilities of the Korean War. As they became adopted into American popular culture, the sandals were redesigned and changed into the bright colors that dominated 1950s design. They quickly became popular due to their convenience and comfort and were popular in beach-themed stores and as summer shoes.
Do you so I have flip-flops. So so what's the difference between sandals and flip-flops? So I had sandals, I had a set of Clark sandals where there was no thing for between my toe. My whole foot just went in. Mm-hmm. And I would wear those around town.
Oh, around town.
Not to fancy balls and events like that, but just around town. You run out to Wegmans, whatever. I would wear those. So but now I have also the cheap flip-flops with the
rubber,
with the thing between the toe.
Yeah, that's what.
It's a flip-flop, and the other one's a sandal.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I'm done.
So during the 1960s, flip-flops became firmly associated with the beach lifestyle of California.
Oh.
It was during this time that they started being called flip-flops as an onomatopoeia of the sound made by the sandals when you walk in them.
It's that simple.
That is, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Flip-flops have different names in different areas of the world.
Oh.
They're called pluggers in Australia.
Australia always has the weirdest names for things.
Yeah.
And I also love them.
Jandals, which is derived from Japanese sandals in New Zealand.
Okay.
Jandals.
Jandals, sure.
Also, that reminds me of I would think maybe they'd be made out of jean, like denim, like jorts.
Yes.
Jandals.
Jorts and jandals.
Yeah.
Wear your jorts and jandals, everybody.
Yeah, totally.
Come to the party.
They're called slops in South Africa and Zimbabwe, and slippers in the Bahamas, Hawaii, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago.
That's so true. That's so true. I lived with a guy in college who was from the Virgin Islands, and he would refer to them
He
as
called them slippers?
Slippers.
Yeah, okay. And they were, what did he call, actual slippers?
I don't
that we
know.
wear
That never
here.
came up. We were in college. Not
you
all the
didn't have
college guys wear slippers.
You weren't
You think I
walking
went?
in your house shoes?
No.
No? Okay.
No, that was
right.
until I was 40.
Okay. And
by the way, I'm glad that all these years later after college, I can verify that his story about slippers
That's good.
works out. Thank you.
You can text him and tell him that.
I will.
So in 2011, while vacationing in his native Hawaii, Barack Obama became the first president of the United States to be photographed wearing a pair of flip-flops.
Oh.
It took all the way until 2011 for that to happen.
Yeah, well, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe it.
The
Who
Dolly...
else are you gonna, Truman? Who do you think was going to be Truman? Truman's going to be...
Well, it wasn't... They didn't get over here till like the 60s,
Okay.
50s, 60s.
Okay.
So,
Go
you know. So the Dalai Lama of Tibet is also a frequent wearer of flip-flops and has met with several U.S. presidents, including George W. Bush and Barack Obama, while wearing the sandals.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So the American Podiatric Medical Association strongly recommends that you not play sports in flip-flops or do any type of yard work with or without power tools, including cutting the grass, when you wear those shoes.
I have weed whacked.
That's dangerous.
I have weed whacked in my sandals.
In your flip-flops or your sandals?
No, my sandals.
Are your
I
toes
told you
out?
where those. Yeah, my toes are out. I'm a great weed whacker.
Scary.
But you shouldn't do
terrifying.
it. Just for everybody, you shouldn't.
Yeah, don't do
You
that.
shouldn't do it.
There are reports of people who ran or jumped in flip-flops and suffered sprained ankles, fractures, and severe ligament injuries that required surgery. So
Yeah.
don't do too much activity in your flip-flops.
No.
But having said that, the Guinness World Record for the fastest marathon wearing flip-flops was 3 hours, 37 minutes, and 32 seconds, and that was achieved by someone named Alistair Kilty from Australia in April of 2019.
So he was doing it in his slip-slops or whatever you call them
yes.
back there in Australia.
I can't even imagine. I mean, like walking around, like if I walk my dog in flip-flops, my feet are, that's like, it's not comfortable
By
for
the
that
way,
length of
how
time.
raw
So-
would that area between your big toe
oh
and
my
your
gosh,
next toe
I
be
can't even imagine.
after running
I feel
for
like
26
also
miles?
your flip-flops would be like completely torn up.
Could you
after
switch?
3
Does you have to
hours.
switch out every mile or so?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So sales of flip-flops exceeded those of sneakers for the first time in 2006. It is estimated that flip-flops are a $20 billion industry.
Wow.
With about 3 billion new pairs made globally every year.
Now they're affordable to make, right?
I would think so.
I would think so. You picked out a record to go along with the flip-flops, did you, Sarah?
Yes, so we're going to play a song called Sand in My Shoes by The Drifters.
We'll do it, Sarah. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
And now we are in
flip-flops.
the podcast portion. I like what was the Australian name for...
Pluggers?
Pluggers.
Pluggers.
Plugger. Who did the slip-slops?
Slops are South Africa and Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
Slops.
Specifically Zimbabwe.
And jandals. But I did, when I read jandals the first time, I thought, oh, like denim flip-flops?
Like denim flip-flops. That's,
Jandals. Jorts?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Your jorts and your jandals.
Well, your jorts.
Put them on. Sounds like you have some sort of speech impediment.
You know, I saw...
You're going to wear my jorts and my jandals.
Speaking of things made of denim that shouldn't be, I saw jutes. You know what jutes are? Denim boots.
You've told me that.
At Target. Jutes.
I feel like you've told me about them. What
I
do they
probably
look
did.
like?
Really ugly. Really, really ugly.
But are they made of like flimsy denim, like
no,
jean material?
I probably have a picture I could show you.
And they're sort of like reinforced on the inside. It's just denim on the outside.
I assume so. I don't know. I didn't.
Weird.
I didn't look that close.
And they were at Target, not just in some weird fashion magazine.
No. Yeah, Target.
Are you going to show up at work wearing them someday?
No.
They seem like they wouldn't be summer shoes. Why are they
Absolutely
out now?
not. No, they're not now. It was like was it in the fall or the winter maybe? I don't know.
Okay.
Just this past year though, I think.
All right. I didn't see anybody wearing them. So did they sell any, you think?
I
Any
don't
at
know.
all? Are they on sale
I don't
now?
know.
Are they
I'm
next,
not sure.
Are they down the plaza at TJ
Maxx?
now?
I don't know.
Reduced,
I'm not sure.
Reduced price.
I don't know.
Flip-flops became popular in the U.S.
What brand of flip-flops do you
World
wear?
War II.
What's your
They have
flip-flop of
brands?
choice? Yeah. Like mine are from Old Navy.
Well, I told you my sandals, those were Clark's,
Yeah.
and they were built like tanks.
And your toes are
Tanks.
out in those, but they're not
Yeah.
flip-flops.
No. They were more like Birkenstocks, but
Oh.
without the hippie vibe. More the preppy vibe. But they were great.
Okay. What happened
What
to them?
happened to them? I don't know what happened to them. I think they got they got wet. I wore them too much in the water, and they were fine getting wet, but they started to look kind of bad. But they were. I mean, the stitching. They were. Sarah, I can't say enough about these sandals. They were amazing.
Great.
But flippity flops. I don't know. There is a tag on mine. I could picture them. They're brown. They have a little black tag on them. I'm not sure what it says. All right, you ready? We're going back to the bit here. Hang on. Here we go.
My shoes, sand in my shoes. Oh,
Yeah, it sounds like the Drifters. Sand in My Shoes. Sarah, do remind us, why did we just play that record on Legends 1027?
Well, because we're talking about flip-flops in honor of National Flip-Flop Day.
Which is today. And how are we supposed to celebrate a certain way? Just
wear your
flip-flops?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Laura, let's recap 3 things we must take away from today's Wiki Corner. Are you ready?
Ready.
Go!
All right, flip-flops were worn by the ancient Egyptians as far back as 1500 BC.
Flip-flops became popular in the U.S. after World War II when soldiers brought home similar sandals from Japan.
And it is estimated that 3 billion pairs of flip-flops are made globally every year.
I feel like, can women get away with wearing sandals in more formal settings than men can?
Well, there are fancier sandals, yes.
For ladies. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough, I guess. Folks want to learn more about sandals. Sarah, where did they go? What did they do?
Well, flip-flops specifically, not just sandals.
Sorry. Yeah.
Please. You can go to my Wiki blog. If you go to legends1027.com on the homepage, there's a link that takes you to my blog where I post everything I talk about every day.
It is all up there. And so far this week, it's an abbreviated week, so we've only had one Wiki Corner. So far, it was Michelin yesterday, the tires and the restaurant guide.
Oh, yes.
The restaurant guide. So
rubber tires, rubber flip-flops.
Is always so you're developing a little
I
theme
am not, but it's funny that there's a
We'll find out.
Similarity there.
We'll find out what tomorrow's is. Back tomorrow, 4:10, please.
Absolutely.
We'll do it. All right, James Taylor on the way, Starship in the next few minutes. And we'll check that forecast with meteorologist Josh Nichols. It is on the way on Legends 1027.